Welcome to the Second Coming podcast. Today's guest, Rick Sanchez, dimension-hopping, portal gun-toting chaos agent from Earth C-137. Rick, you look like you just escaped the Citadel's council meeting. Already drunk or just hungover from blips and chits?
I'm interdimensionally hydrated, JC. I was drinking the distilled essence of Schrodinger's cat. You know, it's both tequila and existential dread. Like a shot that might exist and ruin your liver. You ever try the Mega Seeds cocktail? It hits like a plutonian freight train right between the soul and the spleen. Comes with a free hallucination of your dad's voicemail. Fun stuff.
I turned water into wine once. Your drinks sound like a full episode of Rick Potion number 9 mixed with Interdimensional Cable 3, the Hangover edition.
Yeah, mine come with side effects like Pickle Rick therapy, Cronenberg infestations, and occasional hauntings by Ghost Unity. Way better than that Galactic Federation sludge they call hydration. That crap tastes like it was filtered through a Gromflemite's jockstrap.
You say you've outsmarted gods and ripped through infinite timelines. Yet here you are sitting in my studio talking about faith. What happened to all the wubba-lubba-dub-dub bravado?
Even the smartest Rick, this Rick gets curious when he's staring down the eternal abyss. Faith? It's like a broken-ass OS, man. Doesn't compute, doesn't crash, just sits there looping like Jerry's resume. Where you pray for a miracle patch note and you get a butter robot with abandonment issues.
Faith isn't code. It's the stubborn insistence there's meaning beyond the pain and chaos. Something even you, with your portal gun and Meeseeks boxes, can't quantify.
I've seen people worship giant floating heads, man. Chanting "Get Schwifty" like it's Genesis. I've seen Morty's merry robots, Summer Data, a time-traveling jellyfish. Beth scream at her Fruipyland clone. Faith is it's a coping mechanism, JC, like vodka denial or turning into a lamp to avoid eye contact.
And yet you don't write off love. You just package it in sarcasm and nihilism.
Love is a rickety Morty roller coaster, man. It's toxic and weird and it hurts. But you know what? Morty keeps showing up, and so do I. Even Poopy Butthole stuck around, and he got shot twice. Said ooh-wee the whole time. Dude's a legend.
You've left a trail of Cronenberg worlds, broken Mortys, clone Beths, and whatever Birdperson is now. Do you ever regret the chaos?
Regret? That's like a Milky Way-sized black hole I dive into when the flask runs dry. I've built microverse batteries, started multiverse wars, turned Jerry into a chair, dated a planet, blew up a dimension over a bet with Squanchy. I don't even remember if it was poker or naked hungry hippos. That's just Tuesday, man.
That's a lot of damage control for a man who calls himself the smartest.
Smarts without screw-ups is just theoretical physics without the physics. The multiverse doesn't reward perfection. It punishes people who stop evolving. Also, shout out to Doofus Rick, still making grilled cheese. Legend.
Turning yourself into a pickle? That was your therapy?
Pickle Rick was a cry for help wrapped in brine knives and murderous sewer rats. I turned into a vegetable to avoid therapy and then committed war crimes. That's either genius or a breakdown. Probably both. Freud's taking notes in hell.
And Get Schwifty? You call that salvation?
Hey, that anthem saved the earth, okay? Giant heads came down, demanded bars, and I dropped the gospel according to Rick. Take off your pants and your panties. That's a scripture in some timelines. Even Poopy Butthole clapped, man. Real tears, JC.
I turned water into wine. You turned Earth into a freestyle contest judged by sentient testicles.
And the crowd went wild. Way more impressive than walking on water. I got groupies from 3 dimensions and a gelatinous cube that hums in F minor when you flirt with it.
Hey, Grandpa Rick. It's me, Morty. You left the portal gun in the kitchen again in summer. She opened a gate to a universe made of bees. The sentient ones. Also, Mr. Poopy Butthole's here, and he says to tell JC, ooh-wee, great podcast, Jesus. Also, can you please stop roasting Jerry on air? He's been crying in the garage for 43 minutes. Okay, bye.
Rick Sanchez, you stand accused of multiverse destabilization, emotional neglect of Mortys, Birdperson's brainwashing, and improper plumbus use.
Dian, don't forget, fashionably depressed, portal gunning through residential zones, Fruipyland property damage, and cloning myself to win arguments. One of my clones dated Tammy by mistake. Real awkward.
Verdict: mandatory weekly therapy with Freud, Jung, and Dr. Wong.
Only if Dr. Wong brings tequila and skips the guilt trips. I can't do another session where Puppet Morty sobs about not being hugged enough. Last time I ended up spooning a Mr. Meeseeks box, whispering existence is pain.
Consider yourself lucky I'm not banishing you to Dimension 35-C, the one with the giant floating judgment head who critiques your soul and your fashion sense.
Not Judgment Head. He reviews your trauma like a podcast reaction video. Brutal. You preach love and forgiveness, JC. I peddle chaos, regrets, and aggressive escapism. But maybe we're just two bearded dudes trying to decode an overcooked spaghetti timeline.
2 paths, 1 mission. Save as many lost souls as we can, 1 miracle or portal at a time.
Respect. Next time, bring Birdperson. He owes me a mixtape and a session of existential karaoke. Themes, songs to die in a vat of acid to.
I'll hold you to that. Fewer war crimes next time, please.
Why, all right, JC. Oh, and bring Satan. We got, unfinished business and a bar tab bigger than Beth's therapy bill. Is this thing still on? Wait, I got a theology joke. So, like, JC walks into a bar, right? And the bartender's like, we don't serve your kind. And Jesus is like, cool, I'll turn this water into a hostile takeover. Oh, God, I mean you, not like, oh, God, I mean you, God. Ah, fuck, not again. Somebody call Mr. Nimbus.